I'm Edyta, and I'm the designer behind Laundry Basket Quilts. And today, I'm going to show you our studio. This is our puppy Oliver, and he comes to work with us. So come on, Oliver, let's go show the studio. We are located in Southern California, and I have been living here for the last 5 years. I absolutely love it. This is our main part of the studio. I love being in this room because there are beautiful big windows and I get a great lighting for design. I've been quilting for quite a few years. I learned how to quilt from my husband's grandmother, Edyta. She was just a wonderful quilter, and she taught me how to rock a needle and never to rock a family boat. And that family tradition has turned into a small business for me, and I have been quilting, designing, and creating beautiful products for quilting industry for quite a few years. This is the area where I spend a lot of time. This is my computer, and I work on new patterns, new things here, editing, answer my emails, and I love being here because I have wonderful windows right next to me, like I said, and I love the lighting. Let's see what's on my desk today. I'm working on some projects from little handful of scraps because we have a new quilt along coming up. So I'm super excited about those. Oh, those little quilts are gonna be perfect to play with it. Then another things that I'm working on it are some new rulers, some templates, and I'm finishing editing some quilts that are coming out with our new collection called Perfect Union. I am crazy about blue and white quilts. I absolutely love it. And that new collection, Perfect Union, it is full of shades of navies, blues, and lights. Perfect for you guys to make beautiful quilts. Many times my work spills right into this table, and you can see it today. I have that Perfect Union collection right on it. So when new fabric comes in, I go through them, check them, see that everything is exactly as I designed, and look at this beautiful piece. I love that gold star. This is a wonderful, wonderful collection. And this one, oh, this is stunning. So what I do is I check, make sure that my fabric matches with the paper swatches, that the coloring is the right way as I desire. So once the fabric is made, time to make some quilts. And once I make those quilts, I like to put them in my studio and decorate with it. So this cupboard is full of blue and white quilts. Look at that, all of those. Some of them are antique ones, some of them are ones that I made. The one on the top is an antique quilt, and there are a few favorites from Aurora to First Dance, all those wonderful, wonderful quilts that I have designed or made. There is one that I wanted to show you. Come on, let's pull this one out. A few years ago, I had a wonderful book that came out from Martingale called Patches of Blue. There's a series of 3 books, Patches of Blue, Patches of Scraps, and Patches of Stars. And Patches of Blue, we did a quilt along that I organized on my blog. If you have not visited our blog, make sure you go to our website, visit our blog. I post really fun things. We just finished a mystery quilt, but this one was a quilt along from the book, and I chose few blocks from some of the quilts from the book and made it into a sampler. So instead of making multiple quilts, I just try some blocks and put them together. I love to do this because it gives me a chance to play around, make a block, put it together, and try some new technique. If you've never tried this, you've got to do it. So visit our blog. There are Moa quilts right here in blue and white, and another one that I have it just right here is the Blooming Star. The Blooming Star has beautiful 3-dimensional points. Notice those cute little points right there. And I long arm quilted this one edge to edge, and I went right over those points and all the applique. It looks wonderful. Sometimes when I love a quilt very, very much, I can't stop it but keep making blocks for it. I make them into a smaller projects like pillows. And this one is from Made in USA quilt. So this one may be perfect for you for 4th of July. This area in the studio, many times I come in and sit down in the morning, grab my cup of coffee, my favorite book, and this time I have my Patches of Blue. Remember I told you about it? And another quilt from that book is right here on the wall. this little schoolhouse. It's super cute. And I sit down in the morning, look at through a book, get inspired, and decide what I'm gonna do for the day, and just make some decision. And I also like to be here when I'm picking some new colors and some new ideas, because the lighting is so good from this window. But don't have you fool, because there is not sitting in Laundry Basket Quilts, not much sitting at Laundry Basket Quilts. Many times we do a lot of different things, and I bet you want to see it where I make the quilts that I design. So come on, around the corner right here is my favorite part of the studio, is my little nest, I call it. And this is where I sew, where I prepare step by step, or I want to try a new pattern or some new designs, I go ahead and do it right here. So especially for our YouTube channel, I prepare blocks step by step. They're made right here. And on the wall, you have projects from little handful of scraps and just little small quilts that I like to decorate with it. You know, when I make a block, sometimes I make it into a small quilt and just hang it on my wall. If I really love the block and the design works very well, I keep going and make a large quilt. And I'm gonna show you a few of those in just a moment. But right here, those are a few of those small quilts. And also, sometimes when I finish tiny little blocks, I go ahead and pin them into my wall as well, just to get myself a little bit excited about how it's going to look and what it's next for those little blocks. I have been working on little 8-point stars. There is a whole basket full of it. So this is the area where I sew, and I have to tell you guys, this normally is full of different projects and fabrics. I cleaned up because I knew you are coming. So right here, another wonderful spot in our studio is this shelf where we storage our quilts. It's one of my favorite places because we have all the beautiful projects that I have made and I design, and I love having my quilts display right here. So when I pack for a show, many times I take the quilts from here and put them in my suitcases and go visit you. So let's see what we have it right here. Oh, I love this one. One of my older quilts, that little basket. Oh, isn't that cute? A tiny 3-inch basket. Oh, those handles are made with bias tape maker. I love making them. So if maybe next video I should show you how to do those. Those are adorable. I remember like today when my friend Dominic and myself, we made those blocks, and I made enough that I was able to share with her, and she made some and shared it with me. So this quilt is not just a wonderful project, but what a wonderful memories to work with my friend on a quilt. So this is my little basket. So those are some of the quilts. Now right here is my long arm. Many of my quilts are quilted by wonderful quilters out there, but some of them I quilt, and when I have to quilt my quilt, I put it on my long arm machine, and then I use my computer many times, or I freehand some designs, and I quilt those quilts. And this one on the machine right now is our Da Da Da. This quilt is finished, done quilting, but even if I don't have a quilt on the machine that I'm quilting, I always put a quilt and display really nicely. And this is the next one I'm going to be quilting. Many of you have done our mystery quilt. Oh, this is wonderful. Look at this quilt. And this is our mystery quilt called California. And I just finished my appliques around the edges, and I am so excited. Maybe next week I get to put this quilt on the frame and quilt it for myself. So something that I want to share with you about long arm quilting, that many times I don't have as much time to do a custom quilting. So what I like to do is use multiple designs edge to edge, and this wonderful Summer Village quilt is quilted with all different designs, and it gives it like a simpler feel to it. Notice it, all the feathers and braids and little designs that you can just do it, and then it gives a little bit more fun look to it. The quilt right in the middle calls Illuminate, and I also quilt this one. And then the basket one, it's the sewing basket. I love the colors in that one, so much fun. But this Da Da Da, perfect quilt for anyone that wanted to learn how to applique. And I recommend go visit our video on applique for this quilt. You learn some fun techniques. So from here, we're gonna move on to here. Many of you ask me, how do I storage my quilts? One of my favorite things in our studio are those little laundry carts. Look at this. Isn't that cute? So those carts are wonderful because they're on wheels, and I can display my quilts in it. I can hang a quilt, put some pillows, and I can drive those around. And like I said, sometimes when I have to pack for a presentation, I can fill them up with different quilts, go pack myself, and I'm ready, set, go to go see you at your guild. Oh, the Simple Life quilt is another one that I wanted to bring your attention to it. This one is one of my personal favorite because it has such a special meaning to me. The Simple Life has tiny little silhouettes of Delphina, Anna, Michael. Those are my children, my husband Mike, me, our house. So this is something that I wanted to incorporate a little bit of our simple life. A doggy, a kitty. I always wanted to have a piggy, and you know, on my birthday I got to see a whale. So look at, I put him also on my quilt, that cute little whale. So if you decide to make an applique quilt, you can make a smaller version of this one or a large one like I did and put multiple things on the quilt. If you have 2 sewing machines, make sure you put both of them on your quilt. On this shelf right here, I have some blue and white fabrics. Many of them are the ones that I designed, and they're from different collections, starting with Blue Sky. I have Blue Sky, Royal Blue, Something Blue, Delphina collection, and there's even one piece from the Snowbird collection that I also designed it. So those are just few of my favorites of blue and whites. And you know, when I'm picking fabrics for a quilt, I also like to use this cute little card. I put my fabrics right in it wherever I picked, and right now I'm working on a blue and white log cabin, so that's are the choices for the blue log cabin with a little golden center right there. And once I pick my fabrics, I take them to my cutting table, cut them, and then I can bring them back here in this cute little card. But speaking of fabrics, oh, I cannot wait to share with you. This is the newest addition to our beautiful fabric collection. So right there, olive branch. Look at those beautiful pieces. Isn't that delightful? Tiny little olive branch on it, and this is a perfect colors. You can add it to your stash to give a little bit vibrant hues to it. I absolutely love it. If I start up a quilt, I would have started with something like this and then add other pieces right onto it. So those are olive branch collection. Behind me is our rainbow wall, or some people call it my stash. I love getting a beautiful fabrics, and I usually save a nice big pieces for myself because I love to have enough for a border and other things that I wanted to do it. And you have blues, greens, reds, and those are just few of the beautiful fabrics that we have available in quilting stores and on our website right now. The newest addition that we just launched is our signature style right here, and I designed for Endover, and they do such a wonderful job on the fabrics. So the quality is amazing. You have the signature style with a touch of pink in it, and a signature style with a little bit of a misty blue, and then caramel that it's perfect with the blues. On the top of the shelf are just few of my antique quilts. I'm not only a quilt maker, but I also love to collect old quilts, and many of them are in my house because I love to decorate with my antique quilts in the house, but also in the studio. Blue and white, you get to see it, as well as some of those. One of my personal favorite antique quilt I have right here, and it is little children's size quilt. It's little baby quilt, and it's a little basket. Look at how cute. So Laundry Basket, it's all about baskets. Basket quilts, baskets for your quilts, your threads in a basket, sewing baskets. So this is a team of laundry basket, I guess. So right there, that's that little antique quilt. Many times I love to look into old quilts and get inspired and just remember where things came from. Right behind me is another beautiful quilt. This one calls Wild West. And this is just perfect for our studio where the colors just it's like a grand finale to me. It goes beautifully with everything that we have here. It was not easy to make, but I am so glad I did it because it is just wonderful. And I have to tell you, I am going to make another one of those because every time I look at that quilt, that little bit of inspiration comes right up and I wanted to do it again. I hope you experience that feeling too. So don't be a chicken. Grab your fabric and think about making a beautiful quilt. But many of you gonna think, all these bolts, all this fabric, does she has any secret stash? Yes, you get to peek into my secret stash. Those are my collections of fat quarters. I love to collect fabrics, don't you? I have them organized beautifully in my drawers, and when I need something, I go ahead and grab it. Those are my batiks, and I just absolutely love it. Some pieces are a little bit bigger than other, and those are my little secret stash fabric. Much for stopping by and visit our studio. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit our website at laundrybasketquilts.com. See you next week!